women or whatever, I find that they have an ability to navigate relationships in a way that I don't. Like, I see things so black and white a lot of the times. And then it's like, okay, well, he did this. And I would never let that fucking ride. And da 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 da, because my feelings. I'm protecting my feelings. And I already have feelings for this person. So it's like, no. You know? And then it's like, there's people that go on for 10 years, 15 years, talking about the same problem for 10, 15 years, and they haven't had a heart attack yet. And I'm like, that is a skill. Because for me, my feelings are so strong that I feel like I could have a heart attack month 2.
No, same.
You know?
And it's like,
so then I have to be like, I'm not having a heart attack. I'm going to retract. So is it because am I overly emotional?
No, I never apologize for being overly emotional. That's your defense mechanism.
Right.
That is like you building your guard up. 1,000%.
some people are better at overlooking things.
Yes.
I'm not. Like,
Okay.
for example, me, when something hurts me, you're gonna know it with my face, with my tone, the way I talk to you. Like, I can't fake that. And I'm not saying that, like, oh, if you do that, like, you have, like, everybody has their way of, like, dealing with things. But I've been in situations where I've seen things, friends of mine, people that I know, that they're like, oh, well, you know, I'll overlook this because I want to be happy. And it's like, but why do I have to overlook you hurting me? Like, why do I have to, you know? And then now I'm 26, I'm single, I'm like, maybe, sometimes I'll get in my own head and I'll be like, maybe I should have overlooked, like, this. Or maybe I should have, you know. But it's like, I wouldn't have, like, knowing me, I wouldn't have been happy with somebody that's doing something that hurts me. You know, like, I can't overlook certain things. I can't, like, play the little games, like, trying to, like, what you said earlier. Like, I'm not trying to manipulate anybody. Like, I'm not trying to do that, bro.
I don't have the bandwidth for it.
The mental space, like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to play
I have
games
other
with
things
you.
I wanna
I don't
do.
want to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you texted me at 2
I have to
p.m.
respond
Let
this
me wait till
way, or
6. Like, what is that bullshit?
Now, do you feel like, and this goes for all of you ladies, and you can answer in whichever order you want. Do you feel like what has transpired up until now in your romantic relationships has changed the way that you navigate your other relationships in life? Whether it's friendship, professional, like, I feel like subconsciously we put romantic relationships in this model pillar, right? Where and this doesn't go for everybody, but I feel like it's like a general issue. Like, there's a majority of people that, depending on the direction of their, like, romantic relationships, is kind of how they navigate everything else. So, like, you know, if I've been betrayed, this means that I can't trust my friends, or I can't trust people at work, or, you know, I have to now have a mood with my family because my romantic relationship is. Do you feel like the ways that romantic relationships have affected you have also affected how you show up in the world?
Absolutely.
Okay.
1,000.
You feel strong about that? Go ahead. You have the floor.
Yes. Not so more so like my trust in other people. I mean, my trust in other people is on the floor based on relationships, right? I just don't trust anybody because I've had friends do me wrong, just like I've had people in relationships do me wrong. But I feel like, to me, right, personally, I have a child, I have my own family that I came from, and when I have a relationship, for me, there's always this discussion of, like, who comes first? Is it your partner? Is it your family that you came from? Or is it your children, right? And my child is always going to come first, but my partner comes before the people that I came from because I'm building a life with this person. This is going to be my family. This is going to be, supposedly my husband and the person that I'm with. So the minute, and I don't know if I'm talking for myself or for the majority of people out there, the minute I get into an argument with the person that I'm with, or we're going through a breakup or a separation, that affects my mood for everything else. I don't want nobody talking to me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want nobody calling me. I'm in a mood. I'm going to give you attitude. Like, that's just the way that I am. It's not the best way to be because I know that it does affect my family and friends when I become distant. That's just kind of the way that I cope. So whenever I have, and it's not even romantic relationships, whenever I'm having issues with any type of relationship, a friendship, or whoever it may be,
would you say that it's
myself.
only like your most intimate relationships
My
that have
almost
that effect of it? That have that effect
this
on
is
you?
somebody that I'm heavily invested in,
Okay.
right? Because when you're going through something, whether it be somebody that I'm heavily invested in or my best friend, for example, I don't want that relationship to be on bad terms, and that just messes up my whole day. I'm gonna be in a bad mood. You don't want to talk to Amanda when she's
I think it's actually very, because I kind of was like that in a way, but it was more so, I think it was more trauma based.
Yes.
Not like, you know, there's always a little bit of trauma and everything, but not so like, okay, I'm affected by this person that I really love and that I've invested in, and that is affecting my mood for the day. I think that's what I'm hearing what you're saying.
Right.
For me, it was more so like, I just feel like I had an anger issue.
No, no. For me, it's I'm so loving and I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I don't want to be like this with this person.
Right.
But now we are on this bad terms, or we're going through this issue, and I just don't even have the energy to focus on anything else because I'm trying to put my energy on like trying to fix this with you. And maybe it's not like a fix right now problem. Maybe it's like we're going through it, and so it's gonna need a couple of days. And so the last thing I want to do is have to deal with anything else, you know, with that, and that kind of takes all my energy.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. You want to answer? Since you're next?
Yeah, for like relationship wise, if I'm having issues, I get quiet.
Okay.
But I'm thinking internally, but I will not take it out on the next person. Now with friendships, I have like, I'll lash out because I don't know why, but the friendship hurts me more than the relationship because I would want a relationship to be forever, but I feel like my longest lasting relationship has been a friendship. So that has hurt me more losing a friend than a lover.
I can see myself in that. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I want them to be the same person maybe, but it's not. Like I've had plenty of more fun with my friends than I have with a lover because lovers come and go. Yes, I want my forever partner, but I don't know. The friendship one is the one that makes me lash out more. The other one, I get into myself and I'm like thinking more like, why is this happening? Like, what is going on? Like, is this even something that we should be fighting about? And sometimes it's not. So I'm like, no, I'm not giving you my energy because you gonna take me out of my element and get me there. I'm like, no. So I'm just gonna say to myself, you had nothing to do with my attitude problem with him, so I'm not gonna take it out on you. But it's crazy with if I have a fight with her, I'm gonna like be mean to you.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
but it's so crazy.
But
See, that's how I feel with my relationships. I'm arguing with my man, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, leave me alone.
Very interesting. How about you?
Me, since like I said, like I'm very like when I don't like something, you're gonna know. Like I've been like that since I was a kid. Like I've always been like, if I don't like something, you're gonna see it in my face. So it's like if I'm arguing with my man and it's happened, since I feel like I'm so emotional. And I talk about this with my mom, with my grandmother, because they're not like that. Like my mom is very like she'll comfort me, but she'll be like, "Why are you crying for a guy?" Like she's like a typical Cuban man. She's like, "Find another one. Like you're pretty. You have everything going for you."
Cuban
Cuban moms
right
don't
there.
like that shit. Tú estás llorando en tu cuarto, and they're like, "¿Por qué tú estás llorando por ese pendejo? Find another one." Like you know, and I'm like, "That's not how it works, mom." Like I'm here crying. She's like, "I know, yo con tu edad y tu juventud, nothing." So it's like you'll see it like with my sorry, I have it here like on my lip gloss. With my immediate family, maybe since I still, you know, I'm very close to them, you can see like kind of like an attitude change. But with my friendships, I'm very like, I'm private to the point where it's like I won't really talk about a guy until I know it's like a legit thing. So I don't try to involve people in like my external life. I've been, since I'm auto and stuff, I've been on like the biggest projects of my life, and I'm going through a heartbreak, and nobody knows because I'm in work mode. You know what I mean? So it's like, with my immediate family, because they know me and like we spend so much time, you can kind of tell because I'm pretty bubbly, you know, and talking. But like when I'm pissed off, it's like I don't want to talk to anybody, and you can see it in my face. With friendships, I don't really involve my friends into like relationship drama. I'll listen to your drama, and if I want to vent, I'll vent. But it's like I'm not gonna take it out on you because like I just prefer to have my space. Like I don't want to talk to you right now because I know I'm gonna go off. You know,
for you, basically, you know where you. It's like a time and place for everything for you.
Oh yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
It's like with my family, I can be vulnerable and be kind of like a bitch, or like not that I'm trying to be a bitch, but like I'm comfortable enough to just be like,
you feel more
you know,
comfortable.
Right.
Yeah,
with friends, I know who to, you know, and then with work, I'm very like, no, like I've been on sets where it's like the biggest project of my life. I should be so happy, and it's like all I want to do is finish this and cry. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on.
Like you're more general.
Yeah.
She's like depending on the relationship,
yeah.
and you're more so like everyone's categorized, and I kind of know how to navigate these spaces depending on who it is.
I think my moon is Gemini, so I think that's what helps like flip
that would
the switch.
Definitely help.
Because
I'm Virgo and the Gemini. Yeah,
I'm
Virgos
very
are
like
very private. We're not about letting people really know what's going on.
You know, because I've heard people be like, "Oh, there's."
I don't care.
Like, you know why I'm like that though? Because I'm in like. With people that I have so much trust with, like I have a very close relationship with my mother, with my grandmother, and I tell them everything to a certain point because there are things that I feel like you shouldn't be telling your mom, like intimacy things. I don't know. Of course. That's not me, but like everything else, spread things, memorize the sciences. I will read the lyrics out to y'all.
I'm kidding.
But you know, we're. I'm not really. I'm playing afterwards, but it's like I'm very like not that I'm private, but like I've been through things where people have betrayed me, or people have like, you know, done things to me that I'm like, oh, I don't want you to know, like, and I believe a lot in energy. So it's like if I'm talking to a new guy, everything's going great. As soon as you start telling people, randomly it just goes to
Con
shit.
más de ojo.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's a superstition. That's
Más
the way I
de
am.
ojo.
So it's like until
That's a very
things
real thing.
are, which is why I'm very private on social media. Like you said, what do you see?
Yeah.
Gym, brand collab, modeling. That's all. You will not
You
see
can't
me.
perceive me any other way.
You can't because I won't allow you.
Right,
I
right.
do have close friends who I'll post drinks with my friends and this and that, but like for me to soft
that's
launch
very
on my
general,
close
yeah.
friends is like you have to be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I remember, bro, I was dating my ex at the time. And we went to sports because we were trying to go to Flanagan's. We were like up in Hialeah for whatever reason.
Hey.
We were in your hood. And
That's right.
the fucking Flanagan's was packed. So
Of course.
he's like, let's go to Sports Girl. I was like, okay, he's not from
like
here.
Sports Girl.
He's not from here. So I was like teaching him whatever, like, oh, this is what we do. We go to Flanagan's, we do this. He's like, okay, let's go to Sports Girl. So we're sitting there, whatever, and one of the wings are called Dale Wings, and that's my podcast name, like Dale con Yuli. So he's from Texas, he's not Hispanic. I'm trying to put him on, whatever, and our fucking waitress, she goes, "Oh my God, Yuli, how are you?" And I'm like, "Hi!" And it was this girl that like we're not friends, but like we follow each other on social media, and she knew me from music videos and stuff like that. And she goes, "Oh, so who is this?" And I was like, "This is my
The fact that she
boyfriend."
asked. Yeah, the fact that she
And
asked.
she was like, I was like, this is my
Welcome
boyfriend.
to Hialeah. Everybody's chismosa.
Yeah,
I was like,
chismosa, bro.
and it's not that I was hiding him, but it's like I don't post, I don't do
Right,
like
right.
whatever. So I'm there like you know when you're like talking with somebody here, and then she like our waitress comes, she's like, "Oh my God, Yuli, how are you?" Blah blah blah, and it was like really awkward.
Right.
Cause back like okay, I used to come out on a lot of music videos, so that would happen before. You know, people would be like, "Oh my God, you're like that girl," but this girl like knew me from social media. So she goes, "Oh, who is this?" So and I'm like, "Oh, this is," and this is at the point where like we're about to start dating, but we're still talking. So I just said my boyfriend because it's like I didn't want to say like,
Oh, this guy.
"Oh, this is my friend," like
Right,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
because he would be like,
absolutely.
"What the fuck?" But then I was like, "Fuck!" I said my boyfriend. What if he's like, "Whoa, who said I have a boyfriend?" But then I'm like,
was it a big deal afterwards? Like, you know, let's say, okay, she found out. Like, what
it
happened?
wasn't like she
Did the
found out.
world
Oh my
end?
God, Hannah Montana!
Right.
Like, oh no, it wasn't like that. But it was just like. Now, like you can perceive me in a way.
I get it. That fear of like, not even fear, but it's like, girl, that's a
Now
boundary
you're
that's
out of
been
my
crossed.
business.
I'm like,
Yeah.
now you know that I
Yeah.
dated this guy that looks like this, and then let's say you see him with another girl, because he ended
I
up
wouldn't
dating somebody
say-
very similar to me. So and I'm like, you take her to fucking Sports Girl in Hialeah, and then you're gonna be his waitress, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, like you know.
Girl, okay, I see where you're going.
So it's just things that I'm like that, where I'm like, I don't like. This is really crazy because you would be like, why do you put yourself in situations like modeling and all that stuff? But like, I
It's
feel
not
like
the same.
I wouldn't be meant for like fame. Like because I don't like people like talking about me or like coming. And these are things that I have like not insecurities, but like things that I have from like being a kid and a teenager. Where it's like I don't like when people like talk about me and like they're saying things that aren't true. Like you know how Cardi B is that she'll react to everybody. She'll be like, no, what the fuck? Like that's not true. Like that would be me like famous. So I'm like, I would never want to have like that fame where like people tell me, oh, go on Love Island, go on this show, go on that, and I'm like, no, because like the moment
that
I
also can be
see.
helpful too, because it's like you know that you don't want to be perceived, so then maybe that'll give you a kind of mold of how you would want to kind of like handle yourself publicly. So
Yeah.
maybe you would be actually would probably work on the opposite end, because that's like a boundary for you.
Right.
You know, a lot of people go into fame and they're like they either don't have a boundary, or it's like, oh, okay, cool, I was already an open person, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell everybody what I'm doing, which is the case with Cardi B. She was a stripper, she was already on social media being a loudmouth, you know, being herself. That's actually how she came on the scene and became famous. So it's like, who else is she gonna be private now?
And I'm,
You know
and
what
I'm
I
not
mean?
gonna lie, I feel like that, not fear, but that I have has stopped me from like gaining like so much fame. Cause like, not to suck my own nipple.
Well,
That is like my own
can
nipple.
you suck your own nipple?
I feel like I can, but not to suck my own nipple. Did you just say you can? Or I feel like I can.
Can we all?
And I have
I
small
definitely
boobs.
cannot.
Really?
You
Try
definitely
that
can, because I have smaller boobs than all of you. And I,
trying to calculate
but anyways,
it right now.
not to
You
suck
can.
my own nipple or toot my
I'm
own
sure you
horn.
can. Sure you can. Get that tape.
You see, guys, is freaky. But I feel like the talent is there, the work ethic is there, but I've stopped myself subconsciously because I'm like, I don't like that. Like, I swear, I am very like, if you say something about me or somebody else and it's not true, I will go up to you and be like,
Yeah,
why
in
are you
this day
saying
and age,
this?
You do want to kind of have some sense of like familiarity with your audience, only because that's kind of like one of those quickest ways to like kind of connect. Everyone wants to feel like they connect with you. But it's like your boundaries are your boundaries, and you're still young. Those things can change. I was a lot like you when I was younger, but then also I'm a little bit more on the volatile end of things. Like one day it would be like I'm super way to TMI, and then another day is like I don't want anybody to talk to me.
But you know what's crazy? Like on social media, I'm like that, and I'm like I don't want people to know about me. But like if you,
real life, you.
I talked to you at the event, and I was talking to you like nothing. I'll yap and tell you my whole life like nothing.
Yes.
Like in person, I'm just like talking to you. I talked to you, and we didn't even know each other. But me, like on social, hell no. I'm
but
like,
I think it's because social media is like with a bunch of random people, right? Like in person, you get the vibe. Like it's what you're comfortable with.
Exactly.
But let's also be real too. People are gonna talk regardless.
oh, I know.
Like no matter what, like people, I'm guaranteed right now, people are gonna be talking about this podcast. Like
I know.
Always have an opinion, and you can be the ripest peach, and somebody's still not gonna like
Exactly.
peaches.
So I want to say that for me specifically, it's kind of like a little bit of what you guys are saying, but the only thing that it really has done for me now at 35 is I really just look at men differently. Like I just look at them specifically different. Like actually, it's more so like I see what people are talking about now when they say patriarchy. Like as a Cuban person, patriarchy this, patriarchy that, patriarchy that. What the fuck are you talking about?
No saben de eso, hello.
I'm like, what? But then now I'm like, okay, I have been in the patriarchy for a while now, and I see how it affects everyone. I see how like we're having a whole podcast about this thing. This right here is patriarchy.
Right.
Like this has consumed our life to the point where we have to debrief it. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I just think that the way that it's made me kind of want to like link things together. Like what historic event happened?
There has to be
that,
something
like,
in the genes, in the
we
DNA.
trickle down to the fact that there's this huge imbalance in women and men relationships, and how it just feels like we're literally two different people.
1,000%.
You know? And I'm like, that's got to be the patriarchy.
There's nothing else.
Right. And then like, and then on the woman end, like, okay, I look at men differently. I look at them like the patriarchy. Like the bear, the man, the bear. But like
always
on
the bear.
that end. But then like with women, now I am like categorizing women into like, oh, you're a product of the patriarchy, or you're one of the girls.
Right.
Like I see it, and then sometimes they want to be one of the girls. Like they think they can get under the girl radar, but no, I smell the patriarchy in you.
It's
right?
a pick me. It's a pick me.
Yeah, whether it's a pick me or it could be the complete total opposite, where it's just like spew hate.
Right.
It's just like hey. But what they really are is just hating bitches.
Right.
And the same way that they so-called hate men, they really hate you.
Yeah.
They hate you, and then it's a little sad because it doesn't exist. Like your intimate relationships are not unaffected by that.
Right.
You know, and it's like it's people that you love or are intimate with who are like this, and it's not their fault. It's a bunch of like, computerizing and like manipulation and like years of conditioning that's embedded in us, and now that's how I look at things, and I feel like that's definitely put a little bit of a barrier between me and the opposite sex. Because it's like now I look at it politically. Oh Lord! Like it's so bad that I'm like, okay, this is a political problem.
Yeah.